All right, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Okay, you are. Okay.
All right, so jump into it then.
Yes. So apparently there's a new something going on in the thingy with credit scores, effectively, with certain things where effectively, yeah, it was affecting people from apparently applying for loans, apparently being able to buy products. And it was mainly just British Gas or something like that.
I
Where
see.
effectively they did something dodgy, right? Where effectively made it so they couldn't, like, people could struggle to buy things, right? But basically, it did something to affect their credit score, so they couldn't. So this is effectively what's going to be happening, right? You're gonna in the future, you're never going to be able, you're going to struggle to be able to buy anything because your credit score's too low. Or you say somebody the state doesn't like, you can't buy anything because the credit score's too low. But yeah. So what else is there?
Well, so there's a difference between medicine by Big Pharma and medicine that comes from nature.
Not all of it is probably good. There's probably some good and some bad. But yeah. Pharmaceutical industry was created by John D. Rockefeller, not the oil industry. The pharmaceutical industry. Rockefeller created the pharmaceutical industry by investing in buying a couple small pharmaceutical companies at the time back in the 1800s. And that's how he built his wealth. He made
Yeah.
his first million. He made his first money in oil and candle lanterns, and then, but he made his before he died. He made most of his money came from like freaking pharmaceuticals. But yeah, I don't know who's going to win the presidential election, but I don't think Kamala's a good. That's just me.
I don't see anything that would make Kamala so favorable to undecided voters. It's going to be a challenge, for sure.
And especially since their talking point, did you hear Obama basically saying, "Unless you're a misogynist for not wanting to vote for Kamala," effectively. I don't see how that. Yeah, Barack Obama was trying to fucking play it down on the black vote, right, and basically say, "Look, you're a misogynist if you don't vote for Kamala." God knows how he thought that was a good idea, but it wasn't, because it made him look more of a fucking tool. Like, you did nothing for the black vote, right? And you want to freaking push the narrative that, oh, if you don't, you're just a racist if you don't want to fucking vote for a woman. It's not the fact she's a woman; it's just that she's not qualified for the job. Oh, I'm happy to vote for a woman, right? But she's not qualified for the fucking job. Out of all the women, you chose her, a race baiting hussy. Effectively pretends to pander that she's black when she's really Indian. But yeah. So what else is there?
There's this video, a few women walking down the street at night, and then a
You got one.
strange.
So you got basically an illegal or someone doing some dodgy shit.
No, 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 no. It's just a couple of women, regardless of what they look like, walking down the street. Some natural sound came along and scared them. Here's the video.
God, women get scared over too many things that are too easy.
Who knew a burp can scare someone?
Well, these women are not freaking cut out for war. I can guarantee you. Anytime a woman gets hurt, men don't do anything now because they just don't want to get fucking put in prison for doing nothing to defend them, right? They've seen it too much, too many horror stories where, oh, a man defends a woman, right? He gets fucking shoved in jail, right, for defending the woman. He just proves, why would I waste my fucking time? We're all trying to protect some people when they're literally just gonna fucking chuck you in jail for nothing. Then you get women being freaking tortured and weird. But yeah, I feel. How long do you think it'll be until Labour's out? Do you think Stormer will be out soon?
I give it a year or two since after the election
I
before.
personally thought he would be out by Christmas. Now I'm not so sure. I hope
Yeah,
he's out by Christmas.
yeah. I've heard a lot of people on TikTok saying that he'd be out by Christmas. However, the only argument people could say is it's early days. You haven't given a year yet. I think after a year, I think
Why should we
it
give
will
him a
come.
fucking year? Why should we give him a year to destroy the country and make it worse? Fucking get the guy out right now. He's not fucking fit for office. Get the guy out right now. Replace him with someone like that. Host a fucking general election. It's not too late. Host another general election. Fucking vote Reform in, or vote a fucking Conservatives back in. Or even vote with them. I'll take anybody but that fucking Labour government. They're fucking useless. Especially if we're on the cusp of World War III. Do you really want a fucking loser like him fucking run the country during World War III? We'd be fucked. I don't trust that guy. And I suspect that he would probably send all of us, all the young men, overseas while fucking flooding our local communities, right? With all their elderly parents and that. With illegals. And then I wouldn't be surprised, well, we're at war fucking fighting this shit, right? these illegals fucking start some shit and they start a fucking civil war and fucking murder our parents while we were abroad, fucking fighting World War III. I personally think that's the plan. While all the young men are fucking fighting abroad, trying to protect the country and all that, right? You get a bunch of nasty little illegal cunts, right? Mainly run by the fucking UN, right? Starting fucking civil wars, right? Calling for Sharia law, starting civil wars, fucking killing and murdering our grandparents, our children, right?
Yeah.
But we're fucking fighting, right? And then they fucking take that. That is the plan. That's exactly what they're fucking doing. That's exactly what they're gonna fucking do. They're never gonna admit it, but that's exactly what they're gonna fucking do. They're waiting until we're abroad, and then they're gonna fucking attack us when we're weak. We can't say that's not what's gonna happen. It is. It might be off by a couple of years, but I can guarantee that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna fucking force us into a fucking false war in the Middle East, right? And then they're gonna fucking attack us when we're weak. They're not gonna do it anytime soon, though. But they're gonna wait until they've got a couple cities under their control, and then they're gonna fucking start seceding. They're not going to do it unless they have enough troops. They're slowly achieving that one with the Muslim Brotherhood because they're slowly fucking importing the lot through boats. But yeah, so what else is there?
A statement from McDonald's United States of America. It reads, McDonald's USA. Earlier today, former President Trump visited a McDonald's restaurant in Pennsylvania following a request made to our local franchisee. As we've been seeing, our brand has been a fixture of conversation this election cycle. While we're not sought this, it's a testament to how McDonald's resonates with so many Americans. McDonald's does not endorse candidates for elected office.
Publicly
Good
admitting
point.
they've done.
Good point. But yeah, they're trying to be neutral about it, despite many companies trying to endorse one or the other, maybe both, to play both ends of the game. So continuing on, McDonald's does not endorse candidates for elected office, and that remains true in this race for the next president. We are not red or blue. We are golden. Though we are not a political brand, again, debatable, in that personally, we've been proud to hear former President Trump loves for McDonald's and Vice President Harris fond memories working under the arches, while we and our franchisees don't have records for all positions dating back to the early 80s. What makes, quote, 1 in 8, end quote, so powerful is the shared experience so many Americans have had. When owner/operator Derek Giacomantonio was approached by local law enforcement regarding former President Trump's desire to visit a Pennsylvania restaurant, he was proud to highlight how he and his team serve their local community and make delicious food, like our world-famous French fries. Upon learning of the former president's request, we approached it through the lens of one of our core values. We open our doors to everyone. It's with that same approach that franchisees have invited Vice President Harris and Governor Walz to their restaurants in order to share how McDonald's provides meaningful pathways to economic opportunities and feeds and fosters local communities. As this election season nears its completion, the resources we've shared in recent months will be especially important. For franchisees and restaurant teams and suppliers.
Oh my fucking god!
What?
I think I've found something.
What is it?
I think I might have found corporate political edition made in the US. MCD. No, new. McDonald's' ticker symbol is MCD, ain't it?
Yeah, MCD.
You know, speaking of McDonald's, man.
I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna send screenshots of this to you, right? But
what is McDonald's doing good because of
no? I think
visiting?
they're actually. I think I might have found proof that they've been donating to political candidates.
Oh,
really?
Oh my!
Yeah.
Wow. Who did they donate to?
No, they said, we're not donating in this political cycle. But I've got fucking candidates and names. Representative Dan Raham of OR. Senator Tim Knopp, OR. Senator Daniel Borham. Political funds. Arizona Senate Victory Fund. House Victory Fund. Arizona Democratic Party. Captain Staffy for Assembly. Ronaldo Vero for the state legislator.
You know, speaking of which,
They're full of shit! No, 2023. Haven't seen anything this cycle, but I've seen it in 2023.
you know, speaking of which though, have you guys tried the chicken Big Mac?
Yes,
How is it?
not bad.
I'll be honest. I actually want to try it myself.
But they're fucking full of it, these cunts. They said, oh, we didn't vote. I'll give him that. They didn't vote for people. They didn't fricking spend money this year. I'm on McDonald's own website, by the way. I put it in Discord.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of names.
Yeah?
Oh wow.
And they said that they didn't fucking donate. Fucking
Shall
liars.
we?
It's 2023. They haven't said anything about 2024. So they said, oh, we never endorse political candidate. That's a bit much.
Yeah, that is a whole lot of people, bro. That's a whole lot of money they're donating, huh?
It's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. It's like the fact that they're donating that little to it is quite funny, isn't it? 5,000, 5,000, 7,000, 1,000.
No, I mean altogether it's a lot, but you know.
Probably about, give or take, maybe 200 grand, 150 max.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that.
But speaking of politics, Pokemon and Valerie will have Bernie Sanders on their stream.
Let me guess, they're going to be promoting they're going to be promoting the... Yeah, they're going to be promoting fucking Kamala, I'm guessing.
I assume so, yeah, for the most part. And you know, I'll be honest. Speaking of Kamala, it's like, you know, I was actually talking to this one woman.
It's not just freaking Republicans. It's not just Democrats. It's Republicans. Tate Reeves for governor, Mississippi, 1,000. Chris Sununu, New Hampshire. Mark Mullet for Senate, Oregon. Phil Scott for Vermont, 4,000. Some of these guys are big names.
Yeah, they're pretty big names, definitely.
Yeah, they sure are.
Well, I know who Tim Scott is. Like he was a guy that was running for president. But he didn't get in. He basically gave up and basically started he was shit at it, but he was great for advertising, promoting Trump. But he was shit at his own campaign, which is quite funny. Yeah. So far, much for McDonald's saying, oh, we're not supporting political candidates. I'll give them the fact they're not supporting people this year, but it does say they were supporting people in the local elections in 2023.
Yeah, I mean, you know, McDonald's is definitely something. They're definitely something, man.
Yeah. What companies do you think would be the companies that would probably support Republicans the most?
Well, let's list them. All right.
Procter & Gamble's a big one of them, supposedly.
Tesla would clearly support it.
Yeah, Tesla. You've got Oracle. Oracle's another big one that supports him. Larry Ellison, big conservative.
BlackRock would support the Democrats, though.
BlackRock would probably support Trump, if I'm being honest. Larry thinks pretty tight with Trump.
Oh, got you.
Wall Street would support Trump, if I'm being honest.
Oh yeah, right. Ever since, like, you know, Trump started, like, you know, showing praise to Israel, it's like, I can see.
That, and let's be real here. Trump's always been better for them, politics-wise and business-wise. These companies want to make money. They will have a decent tax rate, and they won't be taxed at the wazoo. A lot of these guys will probably vote for... I wouldn't be surprised if Bezos secretly wants Trump to win so he can get decent tax deals in business. But he's not going to publicly say it. And I would not be surprised if there's a bunch of other people. A lot of people in red state. I wouldn't be surprised if PepsiCo actually supports Trump as well in certain parts of the area. You know, to be fair, some of their business decisions are a bit woke. I'm not gonna lie.
I think every decent show nowadays has some form of wokeness in it, but, you know, as long as it doesn't distract from...
Not doing that great. I don't think Disney's doing that great, if I'm being honest with you. I think they're going to take a massive hit.
Oh, no. I mean, like, yeah, Disney's doing terrible. But I'm saying if you go completely woke, you're not going to do great. But if you go halfway, you're probably going to...
Even if they weren't woke, Eric, Disney's still going to take a massive fucking hit next year. Especially when fucking Epic Universe becomes big in California, right? Tons of families will go to that theme park alone. There's so much hype for that theme park. Disney's going to lose... Disney might actually lose a shitload of money in that term. They might make it up in small sales of people going over to the park, but they're going to lose a shitload of people to freaking Universal because their product is a lot cheaper. It's brand new. Not to mention the hotels and all the hotels are a little bit cheaper as well. They're going to be, yeah.
Yeah, like, I 100% agree. It's like
things are cheaper. And at this point in time, Disney just price gouges the remaining supporters.
What was the year that Disney really started going downhill to you?
I think it's been going downhill since early 2013, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I agree with that.
2013, maybe lower. The
2014 at the
2013,
I think
2014.
I think like, I think with certain shows that used to be on Disney Channel wasn't saving graces, but like just because those are over, and Disney doesn't seem like they're making any like more decent shows.
Content. Eric, they're that desperate to get a kids market. They're willing to invest in Epic Games simply just to get access to the kid market.
That
hopefully,
desperate, huh?
And they're all buying into and they bought. I'm pretty sure they've heavily invested with TikTok, right? Because they're trying to get people through TikTok and that. They realize deep down that they can't have a run at YouTube because they don't know what the fuck they're doing with that, right? And they know that they have no chance at getting the YouTube audience, right? And they can't afford to buy YouTube because it's owned by Google, a $1 trillion company. Their only option is to acquire TikTok for fucking cheap. Or quite honestly, acquire an up-and-coming streaming platform. But I doubt that would happen. Their only options are to effectively to invest. Invest in gaming. Gaming is a big audience for Disney because they want to be able to make money off it, right? And I think that's the reason why all these big companies, right, like Marvel, you see DC, Family Guy, all these big brands, right? All these big brands that have been partnering with Epic Games, right, and releasing custom skins, custom events. They've been doing that because it's been a way for them to reach the Gen Z and Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
Their audience on cable, right, is aging. A couple of years ago, it used to be 40 years old, right? Now it's 60. 10, 20 years from now, it'll be fucking 80, maybe 70.
Yeah.
Audience is aging up massively.
Look, man, I'll be honest. I wish cable was still the same as it was years ago. Otherwise, I've
heard rumors of people that have freaking left cable years ago, right? Decided to go to, what was it? What was it? It was Hulu, yeah. Went to Hulu, right? They now pay more, triple the amount. They now pay like they were for a while now. They were paying like maybe $60, right? A month, right? Now they're paying like a year, right? And now they're paying like freaking 150, 140 at max, and rising because these are people that quit freaking Hulu, quit cable all out because they realize it's just getting too expensive. And the thing with Disney now, with the whole Charter Spectrum deal, right? They effectively get to effectively count all of Charter's customers as its own subscription member, right? So they can claim, guys, we had record quarterly sign up. No, you didn't. And these people are not even paying accounts. These are like ad-free tiers. No, we had record freaking sign-ups, right? But they're not sign-ups though. They're not. It's a gaff. It's a gif. It's not real. These numbers aren't real because these people are probably people with duplicate accounts already signed up, but I've got a new account, especially because of their freaking cable bundle.
This is our cable bundle.
Yeah, and then they use this. They also like to tend to do this. They like to time their deals right a month before they've got a freaking QR earnings call, right? They like to do these little cheap deals, right? Like £1, £2 for Disney Plus for 1 month or something like that, right? You sign up for that, right? They're gonna they're gonna claim that they have records turnout for their latest show. They're that freaking dishonest. It's hilarious. They love to claim, we had record viewing numbers for WandaVision, or for House of Harkness or something like that, or Strange New World. They love to claim that we have record viewership numbers, right? But their viewership is maybe just you saw a quick trailer for it, like on the promo screen. You didn't even click on the thing. They all do this. It's all dishonest. Even Netflix. I remember Disney Plus when they said, it's gonna be a monthly subscription, guys, or a yearly subscription, right? There'll be no ads, and you'll get a full collection of all. You'll get to watch every single of all our freaking movies and TV.
Oh crap!
Yeah, they end up taking half of it down, and they charge you for ads. Even if you don't want ads, they still put ads on it.
That's just stupid.
Despicable. Have you guys heard of Amigo Chino?
Who?
Pretty much. Okay. Long story short, it's this Asian guy who like, didn't want to work a 9 to 5, so he crashed his car into a McDonald's to go viral, and now he's on the run.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much that's the whole thing.
There's a lot of people. This is the mentality of these youngsters, right? These youngsters. This is people that want to get into the animation industry, right? Well, I'm going to be a storyboard artist and move to LA without no fucking plan. And then they move to LA, right? They have no plan. And then they wonder, and then they spend 2 years working retail because they can't get a fucking job in Hollywood. Not to mention, Hollywood's dying. AI is going to take away most of these jobs, if not all of them. I wouldn't be surprised the next 10, 20 years there's only like maybe 1 or 2 maybe 5 or 10 actors that really have voiceover work, right? And the rest of them are literally just AI. Everything's moving abroad and overseas. So what else is there?
Alright, here's a question by World of Statistics. Who is the bad guy in history? Who isn't actually a bad guy?
Depends on all of you. All the people that frickin' started World War Ones, right? Well, how should I put this, right? History is written by the victors, right? So whoever won the war, they are probably the bad guy 99% of the time. Some people, you also got to realize, was there a particular reason why these people started a war? Was there a particular reason why Hitler started a war, right? Hitler didn't even want war with Britain or France, right? He was literally just wanting to get rid of he was literally just wanting to get back the German-speaking part of Poland, right? They were also, right? He even fighted peace proposals, right? He didn't want to fight Britain. God knows what, but Britain wanted fucking war. I think it was under the rule, the guise of the Jews, the Jewish people at the time back then. They were forcing, saying, "You're going to fucking kill this country by fighting Germany." That, and you've got to realize Churchill was fucking indebted to these people. He was indebted to the Jews. He was basically a Jewish pawn. You look into it, but yeah, history is written by the victors. The people that save it are great and not always the good guys. And this could be the same thing about Napoleon. Was Napoleon really a good guy? Who knows? So what else?
Anyways, what else is in the news?
Right, let's just...
Trump might be on his way to the White House.
Oh yeah, right. Trump. Yeah, I think he's gonna win.
Unless don't cheat.
Huh?
Double check your ballot if you're voting. You never know when these guys will cheat.
Yeah, I'm not voting. But I was talking to this furry a couple of minutes ago before this. She said she might vote for Trump because it's like
furry.
They weren't wearing the costume. Don't worry. They were showing their face. They said that they were a furry. Yeah, she said that she's probably gonna vote for Trump because unlike most people, she actually paid attention to what it was like when Trump was in office compared to yeah. And she thinks that if Kamala got in, it would pretty much be exactly like Biden's America was or is.
It would be, because Biden was Kamala was running the show. Biden was a fucking vegetable.
I'll be honest.
You want fucking clear exepisty into what Biden's term was, what Kamala's term will be. Look at the said thing. She was running the show. Nobody likes to talk about the fact is our president, America's president, Biden, cannot be held in front of a jury because he's not mentally cognitive. So logic dictates he's not one running the show. But the left nobody talks about this.
Of course, no one's going to talk about it.
Nobody wants to talk about it because it's a dirty topic, and
if they do talk about it, then
it renders Kamala's point
good.
mute at best. I'm going to say it's the baby. He was a fucking vegetable. She still wants to vote for the fucking bloke.
Biden wasn't always like that,
He wasn't like it, but he was a vegetable even before he ran. I think they were hiding his health even before that. I don't think he was healthy, even when he was in 2016. For being honest, I think he lied and they lied about that. And they're saying that Trump might be bad as well, but not healthy as well. But who bloody knows? I kept seeing the fact that Trump's not healthy. Like on fucking Twitter, trending on Twitter.
Wait, they said Trump is not healthy?
They keep on trying to make the case, but the guy looks vibrant as fuck. What's so fucking saying about the guy? He looks vibrant as hell.
I mean, bro
You
worked
hold
at
a fucking
McDonald's.
sentence together.
Bro was making fries at McDonald's, bro, for the people. So I was like, what are you talking
You
about?
all
He's
know
not
it's a
well.
PR gif, right? It was a PR
Yeah.
stunt, right?
Oh
But
yeah. Oh
it's
yeah. I know.
symbolic to the point where he's trying. At least these people can see he did the job that we did. He
Yeah.
could possibly understand how we live, right?
Oh yeah. No, I know it was a PR stunt.
Yeah,
but
it was a PR stunt.
it was a funny one too.
But it's symbolic to see like from that, right?
I said
See how people react, right?
I said it as a I said it as a joke. I clearly know it was like it was.
It was a PR stunt, but it was a good PR stunt, and the fact that it might actually be a good way to resonate with voters.
I mean,
If
yeah.
Kamala did it, I wouldn't be so. I'd be thinking, what the fuck are you playing at? But with Trump, I generally think it could probably resonate with his voters. With Kamala, I just think she's just doing it for fucking attention, PR.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Kamala said she worked at McDonald's in the 80s.
I doubt she even worked at McDonald's. They have no track records of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
McDonald's themselves did actually say they don't have any records of Kamal actually working at McDonald's as early as the 80s.
I mean, yeah. It's like
It's
I'll
hard.
be
It's hard
honest,
to argue with that.
kind of bad if McDonald's doesn't even have the track record. But hey, let's
They have
take
proof. They have a picture of like fucking bite of Joe of like freaking what was it, Bezos.
I would say maybe if Kamala had a picture of herself in her uniform, that would hold more weight.
Yeah, that would probably
Yeah, that would convince a lot of people.
Yeah, but since she doesn't,
And we
Yeah.
don't know if that is the
Got worse.
case. We're still down to speculation, like we always do.
yeah.
Will Trump actually win this election?
In what way exactly?
He's elected to the office of White House.
Well, so far it seems like he will, but who knows?
Eric, again, they possibly will cheat. Heavily.
Yeah, that's why I said.
There's widespread actions of voter fraud. So, if you are voting, double check your fucking ballot. Because you never know what will fucking happen, especially with these people. Especially in New York, Eric. I can guarantee you they'd fucking cheat. Even though I personally think New York could be flipped red. Things are going. So what else is there?
So last night, I was reading an ebook in regards to the war in Ukraine.
What was it? Who was it written by? The BBC?
Oh well, no.
The British.
Well, basically, the ebook was based on articles written by Vox, not Fox with an F, Vox with a V, BBC, the New York Times, The Guardian, Vice, Politico, and Radio Liberty.
None of them are credible sources, Jamie. They're all propaganda. They're all state media. You can't trust any of them. You never trust any of them. You can't trust BBC because the BBC is basically the British state media. The BBC is basically the British propaganda farm. It shoves their narrative and take on the world. I would be anti BBC and I'd be anti state media because guarantee it they're going to have their own biased take. I personally believe that Ukraine's the problem. I think Ukraine effectively should just fucking surrender. I also think I'm also going to be brutally honest here. I think this plan, whatever's going on in Ukraine, right? I think it was determined, deliberate, and I think the end goal was to set up a second Israel, to create a second Jewish state.
You think?
Because you see how many fucking Jews there are, right, in Ukraine right now, plodding about. My personal thing is, we're going to get rid of the ethnic Ukrainians, right, and replace them with the Jewish population that's still there. I think that's the goal.
So they'll be considered Jewish Ukrainians.
Yes, whatever Jewish Ukrainians. Because remember, Russia used to have a massive population of Jews, right? A lot of them moved to Poland, right? And there was probably a significant occurrence of people that were that became Ukraine, right? There's a reason why Poland and why Russia partly didn't mind the leaving of effectively the dismissal of Ukraine and Poland from the Soviet bloc, because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm pretty sure they shoved most of the Jews, right? The ones that weren't exactly in the narrative that they wanted, or the ones that effectively weren't exactly, how shall we say, respectable to the Russian Empire or the USSR in that country, right? And then they just set them free. You be part of that nation. Here's your new own country. Fuck off. Effectively, he wanted to get rid of most of the Jews from that area and give them their own ethnic area, give them their own state. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the Jews that are in frickin' Ukraine are not the majority population.
I
Because Poland had a significant population of Jews, and always has, and it's had it for a while.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, go.
Let's
Do
see
you
what
think
else.
Brazil will ever create a United States of South America?
What'd you say?
Do you think Brazil would ever create a United States of South America? E.g., Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil becoming one country. Uruguay and Paraguay becoming one with Brazil. It's Suriname and effectively Guyana becoming one with Brazil. Cambodia and Ecuador becoming one with Brazil, and effectively the Chile becoming one.
I think
And then you have, yeah.
I think it's definitely possible. Yeah.
I don't see the reason why Central America hasn't become. I don't see the reason why Central America, with all those tiny nations, don't combine and become one big state. Where effectively they have more resources and they have a little bit more power. I personally believe that America might personally be in the way of that happening, because they don't want another regional power that can affect them.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being a thing. I could definitely see that being a thing.
I also can't see the reason why America wouldn't try and expand further down into South America, take all that land and resources. I'm surprised that America didn't take over Cuba, annex it, and make it a state. So who do you think is the most likely to become the next state of America?
Who do you think?
Washington D.C.
It's already a state, you dingus.
No, it's a federal district.
The federal district inside a state.
No, I meant Washington D.C. as a whole is not practically a state. Who's the governor of Washington D.C.?
The president.
How can the president also be the governor of Washington D.C.?
He's the governor of every single fucking state.
And the federal district is pretty much the home of the United States federal government.
Yes. They have a local council which is elected by the president. But yes, they probably should have their own thingy, but
Yeah.
I would like to see. Here's who I would like to see become part of America: Mexico.
Yeah, there's so many Mexicans coming into the United States. Why don't the U.S. just makes Mexico part of the nation and bring them? It just solves the problems that, in terms of immigrations and Mexicans want to come into the United States.
Well, why not freaking annex the rest of all Central America while we're at it? Why not annex the rest of Central America? Offer these countries a vote. Do you want to become part of America?
Like, if there's so many people that want to come to the United States, why doesn't the United States take their operations and to those nations in Central America?
I say, why not just make America Central America? So why not annex all the entire Central America? I personally would like to maybe leave Chile. I personally would like to leave maybe Chile and Ecuador and all them, and maybe have them be absorbed by Brazil. I think it would be nice to have maybe two major powers, maybe 3 countries. One guy, Central America is controlled all by Brazil, and effectively North America is controlled by Canada and America. I can also see Canada being absorbed by America as well. I don't know if the British would be happy about that, though. I can also see a scenario where we would just become Americans as well. Like, I'd rather be an American than have us go to communism, or rather us just become a state.
I can actually see.
If we literally face being invaded by these Muslim cunts, right? I'd rather us be absorbed by America and just become part of them. They can help us. It'd be a little bit backwards in thinking, like that. We once gave them independence, and now we're effectively becoming one of them. It's a bit backwards thinking, but yeah. You were saying? Hello?
Yeah, I was gonna say pretty much. I can see you guys just straight up becoming Americans too, at like some point.
I can see the state, the UK becoming a state. I can honestly see. How many states I do not know. I personally can see something like maybe the state of Scotland, the state of Wales, and the state of England. Who knows if Northern Ireland joins us? Who knows? Maybe Northern Ireland would join you guys as well. With that, you'd also get Guernsey and Jersey, and you get St. Helena, you get Falklands, and you get us. You would effectively become a Britain. With becoming Americans, you would effectively get a state in. You would effectively get a mainland country in Europe. You would get Gibraltar as well. Basically, just outside basically in Spain. Who knows? Unless America decides to give Gibraltar back to Spain. I don't know why the fuck you would do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either.
Yeah. Not to mention, you get a bunch of islands. You get a bunch of stuff outside near Africa. a bunch of massive military bases. You get St. Helens, and you get a bunch of others. I think there'd be three major states: the state of Scotland, the state of England, the state of Wales, and the state of Northern Ireland. The question is, if you are going to merge, then you should probably pose the question to Ireland if they want to join as well.
Oh, that'll be a challenge, but if they say
the
yes,
Republic
then
of
that's...
Ireland.
Yes, I'd say that would be a challenge, because...
If they're under the same threat as us, Islamification, I think they would rather join us.
But, they would question our immigration situation right now. Why are there so many... Why has there been one day, like 1,000 immigrants crossing over the English Channel to come into England? They're gonna mention something like that. And it has happened, actually.
Who would? The Americans.
No, Republic of Ireland. If
It's happening to
upon...
them as well. Jamie, what are you on about?
Look, I've seen a news article that...
with immigrants as well. As far as I'm concerned, Ireland and fucking the UK, we're all in the same boat here. We're being flooded with them. Same with most of Europe.
But more people come over the English Channel to England than they would to Ireland, because England's closer to France, and France is part of mainland Europe, and tons of people from the mainland...
Ireland has probably got a better standard of living.
What, England?
In the UK, yes. Ireland's a better standard of living in the UK at this point in time. And it's a better place to work as well, because you get partly, it's got lower taxes. It's more friendly for businesses as well. There's a reason why most corporations fucking are incorporated in Ireland. So who would be the first to create a new European Union?
Huh.
Do you think Canada would ever join America?
In terms of trade, just forming a new nation?
Do you think there's secretly a plan in the works to to reunite the British Empire?
Well, after what happened with the Chacos Islands, do you really think that would be possible today?
What do you mean with Chacos Islands?
Have you not heard the story that Keir Starmer made a deal with the island nation of Mauritius, saying that the Chacos Islands, where the UK military bases are...
I'm not saying all of them, all the territories. I'm talking about the big ones. Here, I'm talking about Australia, I'm talking Canada, I'm talking India. In fact, I'm not even going to bring up India. Let's bring up Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Britain, North America. And who knows, maybe why don't we add Indonesia, or why don't we add Singapore for the mix as well? And Hong Kong. Just for fun and shits and giggles.
Yeah, I think Hong Kong would most likely want to join the British Empire again.
I think they would as well. I don't think they like being under communism. What do you think the chances that China falls?
At the moment, very unlikely.
I think Xi Jinping will probably be sacked soon. I think they're planning on ousting him and replacing him. It does look like he's on rocky footing with the CCP.
Surprised he made it this far as leader of China.
He's consolidated power. So much power. He has so much power in that country. He's consolidated so much power. The military and a lot of other powerful people, feel threatened by the Lai. He's that powerful. Apart from the very powerful family called the Lai family, that's probably in China.
Yeah.
As you know, one of the Illuminati family. The very powerful people in China.
Oh, get this. Now Twitch is being accused of being anti-Semites for banning Israel users from making accounts.
Why shouldn't people from Israel be allowed to make accounts? What's so wrong with that?
I have no idea.
They gotta watch that. They'll have to watch themselves with that. That's bad, because that's a bad look for Amazon. Some of their major investors are Israeli, especially some of the pension funds.
The country's people and the country's government are not the same. Not many people will realise that, and that's a big concern for sure.
But you also have to look at the fact is that BlackRock is Jewish. Jewish owned, Jewish named, and basically Jewish run. Yes. So who do you think Trump... So what billionaires are backing Trump?
I'll be honest. There was this guy called HT who had something in regards to who was backing Trump. And, they happen to be of Jewish descent. But I don't know their names.
There are powerful Jewish people backing him. There are powerful people backing Trump. I don't know if the My Pillow guy is still backing the bloke or not.
I'll be honest, that's kind of tricky. I really don't know who could be backing Trump.
Musk is backing him. A shitload of Wall Street guys are backing him. I'm pretty sure the guy from Hyatt Hotels is probably backing him. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bunch of oil entrepreneurs that are backing him.
like the CEO of the founders of Exxon, maybe the CEOs of Exxon. Because remember, lots of companies back him, right? I wouldn't be surprised. You know Chick-fil-A, right?
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if the founder of Chick-fil-A is not backing Trump. Because Chick-fil-A, if I remember correctly, is a very religious company. People that are very religious tend to back Trump.
Wait, no, I thought Chipotle was the one that was, you know,
Chipotle.
Chipotle,
Chick-fil-A.
Chipotle, because like I heard the founder was Christian and they're not open on Sundays.
I think they might be Christian, but I don't think it's part of their branding.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Chick-fil-A, if I remember correctly, Eric, has like Bible verses on some of their meal on their napkins.
They do. I don't really go to Chipotle.
Chick-fil-A, not Chipotle.
I'll be honest. I went.
It's been known for that. They're
I'll be
supposed to
honest.
make their own streaming platform as well, surprisingly.
Wait, Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Really? Huh. What's it going to be called?
I have no idea. I just know they're making a streaming platform. But to be honest with you, I think the idea with this is, right, it could be for us to play content or certain stuff while they're in the stores, right?
I would assume, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the major driving point. That and also I think it wants to just create normal kid shows, normal content and kid shows.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, Chick-fil-A, it's not bad, but it's definitely overrated.
They're all overrated. KFC,
Yeah, I tried
KFC
it.
does extremely well in Japan, in Asia, right? In Japan and China, right?
Yeah, I would say for Chipotle, I'd go to the restaurant if it was the only restaurant I could go to, but
They've
you know.
apparently marketed to China. They partly marketed to Japanese people, saying that Americans eat KFC on Christmas, which I don't think is true. In any means, maybe it does in some families, but they've managed to convince Asians, Japanese people, that we will buy KFC on Christmas the Christmas Day meal. But to be fair, Japanese people, they don't tend to celebrate Christmas in religious aspect. They tend to just celebrate as just another meal to eat. They don't seem to make a big deal about it. It's kind of cool.
I mean, I don't know why they'd believe that we would buy KFC for
It was
Christmas.
a marketing point by KFC to sell more chicken, Eric. And
God.
God, it worked. It worked. Surprisingly, KFC does extremely well in Asia, right? They do extremely well in Asia.
I assume so, yeah.
Yes, not so much in America nowadays. People kind of went off KFC in America. We still have people buying it here, right? It's never known. McDonald's is definitely more popular here than in. I also don't think Burger King's as popular here as McDonald's, right? I always see tons of people at McDonald's, right? But I never see barely anybody in KFC.
College women admit they only vote college women admit they only vote for Kamala because of abortion.
And Trump already said, I'm going to leave it up to the states.
I'm not gonna
If
lie.
you don't like it, then move states.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. These women are just
They're idiots.
Yeah, they are. They're really idiots, bro. I mean, they want to have sex.
But saying that to the point where I don't think many Americans know their own rights anymore. I don't think Americans have a good understanding of the U.S. Constitution.
They probably don't.
They don't. I don't really think they understand what the First and Second Amendment really is. They know the basic term, freedom of speech and that, right? But they don't, and they also the right to bear arms. They have to take the assumption of the right to bear arms, right? But they understand why that right was created, right? Second Amendment was originally created as a way for the everyday citizens to stand up against the government, or basically against government tyranny. But most Americans today, they just view it as it's the right to allow us to bear arms, right? It's the right for us to have a gun, basically. They don't understand the flaws of the understanding the articulate points why. And the reason is basically a gun, basically allowing citizens to have guns, right? Allows them to protect themselves from the state. Allows them to protect themselves from government tyranny. And the fact that you've got Americans in this country, today and age, saying, we need to get rid of guns. We need to freaking ban assault weapons. They're the only thing protecting you from you being enslaved by your state. Every time in history, every time you get rid of guns, governments tend to get more tyrannical. You really fought independence for like a 13% tax, right? Now you're getting taxed 70% a year. If that, if not more.
But yeah, what else is there? Is that us?
I think that's us then.
No problem.